Hello and welcome, as today is the 20th of October 2017. My name is Derek and welcome. Let's talk about Bitcoin Gold in this video. Man, these video counts, a lot are coming through, the volume of such. Just like in markets, you can have high volume movements. Well, that's the case here. Don't expect that to remain such, and I will do my best to keep my video counts lower in time than Alex Jones does. But with that being stated, I want to talk about Bitcoin Gold. The regular Bitcoin chart still continuing to look very nice. But I'm very concerned, very concerned about Bitcoin Gold, as it seems as if it's what I used to call Bitcoin, an SHIT coin. So it might be that gold. Well, SHIT. Man, if you didn't label these unsuitable for advertisers, I could just say it, but you know what I'm saying. So then, is it going to be a scam? Well, some Twitter posts. Well, there's a 1% pre-mine on here, and like, this is within this image. As you can see here, we'll be dumping on day one. One of the big concerns I have for this coin is it could end up trading. I don't know how many Satoshis will we be talking within this. I don't know. How did I lose my page? Okay, I got it back up. So when you look at this, but if pre-mine is less than 1%, why is it such a big deal? Well, if you figure 1% of the amount of Bitcoins out there, you'd be talking about like, what, 160 or so thousand of them, somewhere in that area. I can't remember how close to 16 million if it's been mined. But anyway, 160-ish thousand. And if you're talking about getting a coin, I'm going to want at least a $300-400 coin to make it worth it. If that's what they're getting per amount of that, they're getting quite a bit for it, for a shameless cash grabbing fork. And I mean, is this really what this has come down to? A pre-mine for a fork? I mean, I guess this is what happened with ZEC. I don't know too much on that history. Apparently, Bitcoin Cash was done well. And Cryptopia, this is what they've announced. This is an exchange from New Zealand. So in the top left-hand corner, Cryptopia is very opposed to supporting new coins which fork from Bitcoin, as they are inherently a giant undertaking for an exchange to do. The risk involved in forking Bitcoin is not minor, and having to move all Bitcoin in cold storage is even less minor. Cryptopia is gravely concerned that Bitcoin Cash has set a dangerous precedent for new coins being created and airdropped in this manner. Bitcoin Gold doesn't have the developers, community, or verified information on how the fork will be conducted that assisted Bitcoin Cash in being split and adopted by exchanges. Cryptopia does not currently intend to perform the split. However, they reserve the right to change their position should more information come to light. So for me, I look at the situation. I think a lot of it's going to come down to Bittrex, because I, as of early afternoon, Friday, today, October the 20th, have not found any stance on the Bittrex manner. I would guess them, as the Bittrex team, is not having fun with their situation on their decision, because they are probably also realizing that it might not be in their best interest to do. And I'm going to very highly doubt the exchanges in which performed the action will the last time did not, like, say, Poloniex and Coinbase, are most certainly not going to do so here. Now, I've heard that Yobit, as well as HitBTC, that's YOBIT, and HITBTC. I do not trade on Yobit. I do trade on HitBTC. So in my decision, would it be a smart idea for me to put all my Bitcoins there? No, I'm not doing that. Do I really think it might be a smart idea to even go after a lot of Bitcoin gold? And I think the ultimate decision will come down to Bittrex. Because if they support it, I think it's going to at least have some sort of at least early value. And it's also going to be easier for me to get more because I've already got an okay amount on that exchange as it is. And then I'll just get them and sell them. But of course, I'm not too optimistic now because I don't think the value of them is even going to be worth much at all, even on the intro. And if you look at situations like people talking about, oh my goodness, with Bitcoin, they just keep on forking this stuff over and over again. I mean, this is just like central banks. They can inflate this anytime they want. I mean, what makes that such a good feat? It's not set to a fixed amount. And well, it kind of is because it's a brand new coin. And if the coin is SHIT, and you can thank the beautiful ad revenues, people who don't want their commercials on because people say those words for me not to say it. But if those coins are really that bad, then now you're talking about them being traded how low? What, 150,000 Satoshi? Maybe 20,000 Satoshi? Will it become a 4,000 Satoshi, baby? Because if you have one Bitcoin in your trading portfolio, or per Bitcoin that you have anyway, how happy are you to have an altcoin on your portfolio worth, say, 50,000 Satoshi that is worth your Bitcoin value? I mean, that's a joke of amount. You want hundreds of times more because they're so cheap. Or dozens of times more anyway. So if the coins are going to be that bad, it's going to be like, oh, yay, you got like, say, you had like, I don't know, maybe you have $1 million worth of Bitcoins. Here's $500. Here's $1,000. Here's whatever low amount that is. It's like, yeah, thank you. I mean, it really does. Adding a little bit of nothing is just that. It's nothing towards it. So, but the Segwit 2X seem to be coming in at the start of the month. So I got to figure out more about that. Maybe that's a better fork and play towards that. I mean, my decision on October 4th was to get out of Bitcoins and into alternate coins, or out of alternate coins into Bitcoins, and I have done so fairly successfully, at least result-based. I've done well enough. And maybe I'm supposed to want to do this for the Segwit. I also happened to purchase the WebBot report on the 4th as well on that day, and I could tell that when Cliff was writing it that he had no idea about Bitcoin Gold. I mean, I just found out about it like hours before he released the report, so it was just interesting to read through it and see, you know what, a lot of what I was reading here supports the fact that Bitcoin, just reading between the lines that is, that Bitcoin's probably going to keep going up and the alts will keep going down for the rest of the month. And he didn't say anything on there. Oh, altcoins are going to go down this month. Bitcoin's going to go up. No, but if you read how he's writing it, it kind of made sense that would be the case. So I'm happy with my overall performance because since October 4th, my Bitcoins are down like 0.8%. I have 0.8% less Bitcoins than I did when I found out about Bitcoin Gold. And altcoins are going down. So I'm really, really happy about my performance based on that. But with the Bitcoin Gold coming into play, yeah, it's going to be a lot based on Bittrex. I think, though, I don't know, but I'm thinking and that if an announcement is made that I can see once it's announced that A, the fork is going to be accepted and you will get your free Bitcoin Gold, that you will probably get a decent early short-term push on the Bitcoin, and then the altcoins having yet another short-term plunge lower for a few hours. And then the contrary opposite being true if they say they're rejecting it, where you may get a small decline in the price of Bitcoin and the alts might have a nice short-term rally. And I really got to emphasize short-term because I think everything's still going to play in within the Segwit 2X if that's going to be good, because I haven't researched much about it. But it sounds like it's pretty good. I don't know. I'm going to research more. So I haven't really talked much about it because unless I know, I'm not going to say anything about it. So all I know is that it exists for the start of the month. And I'll talk to you later. Take care.